Okay, so good day everyone. So I'll be sharing with you the topic about IP addressing. So first, let's discuss IP addressing, and then in order for us to understand subnetting, no, pag-aaralan po muna natin yung IP addressing. So when we say IP addressing, this is the logical addressing. If you would recall on our networks, meron tayong dalawang klase ng address, no? The physical and the logical address. The physical address is what we call the media access control or the MAC address, while the logical address is our internet protocol address or the IP addressing. Now, the IP addressing works on network layer or layer 3. Meron tayong dalawang version ng addressing scheme, no? One is the IPv4 or IP version 4, which is 32-bit addressing, and then IPv6 or IP version 6, which is 128-bit addressing. So, when we say bit, no, this is the value that will represent zeros and ones or what we call the binary. Ganyan, no? So, yung 32 bits, no, these are divided into 4 octet known as dotted decimal notation. The IPv4 is also known as 32-bit, no, 4 octet dotted decimal notation. Yan po yung tawag sa kanya. Now, ito po yung IP address in binary format. Alright? So we have the first octet, the second octet, the third octet, and fourth octet. Okay? So the IP version 6 naman is a 128-bit address which is divided along 16-bit boundaries, and each 16-bit block is converted to a 4-digit hexadecimal number and separated by colons or the colon hex notation. So here, no, if this is 128 bits, no, so if we have 1, 2, 3, 4, four blocks, no, it's 64 bits. So itong dalawang blocks na to is 32 bits. So isang block is 16-bit na. So imagine, if we have an IPv4, so yung FEDC BA98 lang yung nako-consume na address for IPv4. Kaya po ginawa or kaya po mayroong IP version 6 dahil medyo congested na po yung IP version 4 natin. No? Therefore, we or the organizations that are assigned to do this, no, they expanded into IP version 6. Yan. So, let's review yung tinatawag nating binary to decimal conversion. Okay? So, taking example for first octet natin, meron tayong tinatawag na total of 8 bits. The value will be zeros and ones. So, for example, 2 raised to 8 is 256 combination or 256. Bakit po? It's 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Diba? So, we also have, ayan, yung 2 raised to 7, 2 raised to 6, 2 raised to 5, 2 raised to 4, 2 raised to 3, 2 raised to 2, 2 raised to 1, and 2 raised to 0. So, if our value is 0, no, all of that bits are in 0, then we have 0. Kapag naka 1 po yung ating 2 raised to 0, so any number raised to 0 kasi is 1. So, therefore, it is equal to 1. Kapag 1, 0 yung naka-on, or the last 2 digits, no, yung 1 doon ay naka-on. So, when we multiply 2 raised to 1 is 2. No? So, ito naman, 1, 1 is 2 raised to 1 plus 1 is equal to 3. And so on and so forth, hanggang makarating tayo sa maximum possible number na meron tayo, na lahat ng bits or lahat ng 8 bits ay naka-on. So, Sabi nga natin, 2 raised to 8 is 256. So therefore, diba? Pag sinama natin from 0, 2 raised to 0, hanggang 2 raised to 7, pag pinag-add po natin lahat yan sila, it's 255. Okay? So, therefore, the total IP address range is from 0.0.0.0 to 255.255.255.255. Okay? That's the maximum IP address no ng IPv4. 255.255.255.255. Okay? So, the total IP addressing scheme is divided into 5 classes. Ano-ano po yung 5 classes na meron tayo? Una is the class A. Okay? Class A, we have class B. Meron din po tayo class C, class D, and class E. So yung class A to C, these are used for local area network, yung tinatawag nating LAN, and wide area network, or yung tinatawag natin na WAN. So yung class D po natin is for multicasting lang, and class E is for experimentation. So tandaan po natin, E is for experimentation, research, and development. So naka-reserve po yung class D and class E IP addressing. So imagine nyo, naka-reserve na yung dalawang classes, so mas konti na lang po yung magagamit natin. Class A, B, and C na lang. Diba? So, in order for us to identify the range of each class, a bit called the priority bit is used. Ano po yung priority bit? The priority bit is the leftmost bit in the first octet. So we have class A priority bit is 0. Class B priority bit is 10. Okay? And class C priority bit is 110. Class D priority bit is 1110, and then class E priority bit is 1111. So magagamit po natin si priority bit for us to understand no kung anong range ng IP address meron. Halimbawa si class A, and then si class B, si class C, class D, and class E. Okay? So let's talk about class A ranges. For class A range, yung unang bit ng first octet should be reserved for the priority bit. So, lagi yan nagsa-start sa 0 and then followed by the different numbers. No? Ano yung different numbers na yun? Dalawa lang naman sa binary eh. 0 or 1 combination. So, for example, ayan, sa unang octet, no, yan. Ito po yung unang octet. Ito yung pag-uusapan natin. No? Yung 0 hanggang dito sa dot na to. So, unang octet, siyempre, starting with 0, lahat ay 0. So, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ang maximum po niya ay 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay? So, pag pinag-add po natin yung value na yon, no, it is 127. Okay? So, mapapansin niyo po, yung priority bit natin, naka-0. Ano po nang next ng 0? 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Next na po niyan, pag nag-add po kayo ng isa, the rule of addition of binary, magiging 1 na po yung pinaka-unahan. Okay? So, hindi na po siya part ng priority bit ni class A. So, the class A range is from 0.0.0.0 to 127.255.255.255. Meron po tayong mga network exceptions. Yung 0 network natin, isabihin yung 0.0.0.0 hanggang 0.255.255.255, exempted po yan. Tsaka yung 127.0.0.0 hanggang 127.255.255.255, reserved din po yan. So yan, dalawang po yan ay reserved. So kung mapapansin nyo, if you are exploring your mga devices, yung mga personal computers nyo, desktop and laptop, by default, no, ang ating local host is naka IP address ng 127.0.0.0 or .0.0.1. So yan yung local host na ginagamit natin for our devices, no? So yung mga desktop nyo and yung mga laptop nyo, if you have yung mga so yung local host niya is starting from 1 to 7. Okay? Now, for Class B range naman, yan, the first 2 bits of the first octet should be reserved for the priority bit then. So, sabi natin, si Class A, it's 0. Si Class B is 1, 0 magsa-start. Okay? So, focus tayo sa first octet. Okay? So, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, it's 1 to 8. Tapos, plus 1 is 1 to 9, plus 1, and so on and so forth. The maximum would be 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Yan. Which is equivalent to 191. Okay? So, Class B range is 128.0.0.0 to 191.255.255.255. Yan po yung range ng Class B. Ano naman po ang kasunod nito? Pag pinlas 1 mo po yan, it's 110 na yung next. So therefore, papasok na po yan sa first 3 bits of the first octet ng priority bit ng Class C, which is 110. Okay? So yung 110, 00000, it's 192. No? Tapos 193, 194, 195, 196 hanggang sa 110, 1111111, which is 223. No? Equivalent to 223. So lahat ng IP address na nag-start sa 192.0.0.0 hanggang 223.255.255.255 is considered as Class C. No? Yung mga home router po natin, yung mga binili po natin na aftermarket router natin, yung mga Tenda, TP-Link, D-Link na mga routers, by default, ang IP address po niya is nagsa-start sa 192. 192.168. Okay? So, ito po ay pwede natin gamitin for Class C, no? IP address by default. Okay? So, next is we have Class D range, no? For first 4 bits of the first octet should be reserved for the priority bit. 1110 na siya, no? So, combination of 111000000 is 224. Then we have 225, 226, and so on and so forth hanggang makarating ka ng 111011111, which is 239. Ayan. So, yan po yung priority bit ng Class D. So, starting from 224 hanggang 239.255.255.255 is our Class D range. Okay? For Class E, the first 4 bits of the first octet should be reserved for the priority bit. So, 1111. And it's either combinations of zeros and 1 yung kasunod. So, first octet ulit tayo. So, we have 11110000. So, it's 240, 241, 242, 243, 244, hanggang sa maximum tayo ng 255. Okay? So, Class E range starts from 240.0.0.0 hanggang doon sa pinaka-maximum natin na IP address, which is 255.255.255.255. Okay? So, yung octet format po natin, no, the IP address is divided into network and host portion. Okay? Network and host portion. So, Class A ay nakasulat as network.host.host.host. Okay? Class B is written as network.network.host.host. And Class C is written as network.network.network.host. So, ano po yung ibig sabihin niyan? So, sa Class A, no, again, the octet format is network.host.host.host. So, meron po tayong 8 network bits and 24 host bits. No? So, yung dami ng network, ibig sabihin, sa isang router lang po, or isang router, di ba, sa mga computer shop, kung makapansin nyo, merong mga 24 PC, no? Sa isang, for example, yung number of network is one computer shop, no? Gaano karaming computer shop ang pwedeng magawa for class A? Halimbawa lang. So it's 2 raised to 8 minus 1. Bakit minus 1? Is for priority bit for class A. So 2 raised to 7, we have 128. So we subtract 2, no, para dun sa naka-reserve na IP address. So meron tayong 126 networks for class A. So 126 na computer shop. Imagine niyo lang po 126 na computer shop. Yung number of hosts ay dami ng computer or devices na nakakonect sa isang network. Okay? So, sabihin na natin, yung isang network is one computer shop, ilang computer ang nakakonect sa isang computer shop. For class A, example. So, meron tayong remaining na host na 24 bits, kaya 2 raised to 24, minus 2 para sa network ID and broadcast ID. Okay? Lahat po yan minus for network and broadcast ID dahil hindi po sila sinasama. So, 2 raised to 24 is 16,777,216 minus 2 natin. So, therefore, there is 16,777,214 na hosts per network o yung mga devices na nakakonect sa isang network. No? Per network ha, hindi po sinabing yung 126 na yon ma-accommodate niyo yung 16 million. Hindi po. Isang network, 16 million. Okay? So, ganyan karami po yung mga device na pwedeng i-connect sa isang network for class A. Okay? Ayan. So, 126 networks at meron tayong 16 million, no? At least 16 million na host, no? Per one network. Ngayon, si class B naman, ang kanyang octet format is network.network.host.host. Ibig sabihin, may 16 na network bits po tayo. At meron din tayong 16 na host bits. So, yung dami ng network, no, ay i-multiply natin 2 raised to 16 minus 2 dahil meron tayong dalawang bit na priority for class B. So, 2 raised to 14 is 16,384 networks. So, dun sa example natin kanina, para siyang merong 16,000 na computer shop. Okay? So, yung dami ng device na nakakonect sa kanya is 2 raised to 16 pa din kasi 16 yung host bits, no? Minus 2 for the network ID and broadcast ID. So, we have 65,536 minus 2 is 65,534 na devices connected per network. Pag sinabi natin host per network, hindi po nakalimit lang po yan sa mga computer. Meron po tayong router, meron po tayong mga servers. Okay, so yan po yun. So ganyan kadami po yung network natin at ganyan 65,000 po yung pwedeng i-connect natin ng mga devices per isang network for class B. Okay? For class C naman, yung dami ng networks na meron tayo or the format is network.network.network.host. So therefore, meron tayong 24 bits or network bits at meron tayong 8 host bits. So, yung dami ng network natin, 2 raised to 24 minus 3 dahil 110 na yung ating priority bit. No? So, 2 raised to 21, that is around 2,097,152 networks for class C alone. Okay? Possible combination, no? 2,097,152 networks. Yung dami ng host per network, so 2 raised to 8 minus 2, kasi minus 2 is for network and broadcast ID. So it's 256 minus 2. So yung dami ng computer na pwedeng makakonect for class C is only 254. Computer, server, devices such as router, di ba? 254 hosts per network. So for class C, again, we have 2,097,152 networks and 254 hosts per network. So yung binibili po natin ng mga aftermarket routers, so kung naka-default siya ng 192.168.1.1, no? So most likely, 253 na lang po yung pwede nating magamit na IP address doon. Okay? So, yun po yung bilang ng host per network natin. Now, let's talk about network and broadcast address. Bakit po siya hindi sinasama? No? So, the network address is represented with all bits as 0 in the host portion of the address. And the broadcast address represents all the bits as 1s in the host portion of the address. Now, yung valid IP address ay nasa pagitan ng network and broadcast address. So, take note, yung valid IP address lang po ang pwede nating i-assign sa mga devices na nakakonect sa ating network. Okay? Halimbawa, for class A, so meron tayong network.host.host.host. So ito po yung binary representation natin again. So broadcast address natin is 0. Okay? Representation. Tapos lahat ng bit ay naka 1. So, for example, meron tayong 10.0.0.0. Ang tawag po sa kanya is the network address. Pag sinabi po natin 10.0.0.0, that is 10.0.0.0 network. Okay? Or dahil class A to, yung network natin is the first bit, yung 10 network lang natin. No? And then yung dulo niya is the 10.255.255.255. That is what we call the broadcast address. Yang dalawang pong yan ay hindi po sinasama sa ating valid IP address. Sir, paano po na-identify kung etong dulong octet lang or kasama po yung third octet and second octet na mababago? Dito po natin titingnan yan, yung sa octet format. Network.host.host.host. So, si network, nakafix po siya. No? Halimbawa, inassign po natin 10. So, ang nagbabago lang po sa kanya yung host.host.host portion. Okay? So, halimbawa, dito, 10.255.255.254, pasok pa rin po yan. So, this is valid IP address. So, from 10.0.0.1 hanggang 10.255.255.254. For class A, valid po yan. Okay? Now, for class B, meron po tayong network.network.host.host. Again, ang network address natin is starting from the priority bit 10. So, kung makikita nyo kulay red, ito po yung network portion at yung kulay blue, yung host portion. So, for the broadcast address, ang nagbabago lang po dyan, yung kulay blue na portion. Okay? Dahil ito po yung naka-assign for our device. So, again, halimbawa, nag-set tayo ng 172.16 network. Ayan. 172.16. So, dalawang network address yan. Network.network. Yung 00 ay host portion. So, kung makikita nyo po, initial value ay dapat nasa 0. So, this is the network address. And the maximum value, di ba, is the broadcast address na lahat ay naka 1 doon sa host portion. Ito, yung 255.255. So, yan po ang broadcast address. Okay. Sa pagitan po niyan, from 172.16.0.1 hanggang 172.16.255.254 is the valid IP addresses. Okay? So, let's take an example for class C naman. Si class C, kung makikita nyo, we have network.network.network.host. So, network address niya is 110 for priority bit, tapos tatlong kulay red, and then yung last octet is color blue, or last octet will be the host. So, the broadcast address, ang naka-1 lang po dyan is the last octet. So, for example, we have 192.168.1 network, or 192.168.1.0 network, no? Yan po yung network address natin. Tapos, ang nababago lang po dyan would be the last octet kasi siya po yung host portion. No? Yung dami ng device na nakakonect sa kanya. So, the last portion is .255. So, that is the broadcast address. So, again, network address and broadcast address are not part of the valid IP addresses. So, the valid IP addresses is from 192.168.1.1 hanggang 192.168.1.254. Okay? So, ano po yung private IP addresses, no? So, there are certain addresses in each class of IP addresses that are reserved for local area network. So, these addresses are called private addresses. Sila po ay pwedeng gamitin sa home and office networks, networks that are not connected to the internet, pwede rin po silang gamitin. So, we have class A, 10.0.0.0 to 10.255.255.255. Class B, 172.16 network hanggang 172.31.255.255. Class C, 192.168.0.0 hanggang 192.168.255.255. Okay, so pwede po natin gamitin yan for home and network that are not connected to the internet or naka LAN lang tayo, naka local network, local connection. Okay? So that is the IP address. Now, pag-usapan po muna natin si subnet mask. Si subnet mask, siya po yung nagdi-differentiate between the network portion and the host portion. Subnet mask is being given for host identification of network ID and represented with all the ones in the network portion and with all the zeros in the host portion. So, halimbawa, si class A, network.host.host.host. So, sabi natin, pag subnet mask, lahat po ng nasa network portion ay naka 1 at lahat po ng naka-host portion ay naka 0. So, yung default subnet mask for class A would be the value of 255.0.0.0. For class B naman, since dalawa yung network portion natin, lahat ng network ay naka 1, lahat ng host ay naka 0. So, it's 255.255.0.0. Okay? For class C, the default value, lahat ng network ay naka 1 sa binary, no? At lahat ng host portion ay naka 0. Therefore, the default subnet mask for class C is 255.255.255.0. So, how subnet mask works, no? Paano ba gumagana yung subnet mask? So, for example, we have an IP address of 192.168.1.1, no? Meron tayong subnet mask na 255.255.255.0. We can use the ANDing process, no? ANDing process to know our network address. So, for example, 192.168.1.1. So, ito po yung value niya for binary, no? And then, we get the value of the subnet mask in binary as well. So, pag sinabi natin AND, we multiply the binary, yung katapat niya dito. Ayan. So, yung 1 times 0, so magiging 0 yan. Any value multiplied by 0 is 0. So, 1 times 1 is 1. So, yan po yung magiging value niyan. So, therefore, we have 192.168.1.0 for our network. Okay? So, the output of AND table is 1 if both the inputs are 1. And for all other possible output or input, the output is 0. So, ito po yung nagiging itsura ng AND table. So, A times B is equals to C. So, therefore, nakikita po natin na makukuha po natin yung tinatawag na network address natin if we use the AND process or ANDing process. Okay? So, eto na. Let's talk about subnetting. No? Subnetting is dividing a single network into multiple networks. No? We convert the host bits portion para maging network bits. No? So, for example, we convert zeros into ones. No? Subnetting is also called the FSLM or fixed length subnet mask. Tatlong ways po ang pwede nating gawin in order for us to get the subnet or subnetting, no? So, halimbawa, para saan po ba ginagamit yung subnetting? May scenario po tayo. No? For example, ayan. So, for example, Zoom Technologies daw is having 100 PC, 100 na computers, no? Ang required sa kanya. Tapos, ang sabi sa atin, ano kayang class ang prefer natin for the network? So, pinakamagandang gamitin natin from class A, B, and C is class C. Bakit? Meron kasi tayong 254 hosts, di po ba? Na pwedeng gamitin or pwedeng mag-connect sa class C. So, ito po yung sagot, class C. Okay? Now, sabi, si Zoom Technologies daw, merong 5 departments, may 20 na computer each department, no? So unang ito po yung IP address natin. Zoom Technologies 192.168.1.0/24. So meron tayong MCSE which is 192.168.1.1 hanggang .20. Cisco Department 1.21 hanggang .40. Firewall Department .41 hanggang .60. Solaris Department .61 hanggang .80. No? And Training Department is 1.81 hanggang 1.100. Kaya lang, ang requirement ni admin would be the inter-department communication should not be possible. So, hindi po pwedeng magka-transfer ng data, no, yung bawat department. So, ano po yung magiging solusyon dyan? No? The solution is to allocate a different network to each department. Halimbawa, si MCSE 192.168.1.1 hanggang 1.20. Si Cisco, pinalitan natin yung network portion. Ginawa natin 2.1 hanggang 2.20. Si firewall, ganun din. Instead na 1 yung nasa pangalawa sa dulong octet, ginawa natin 3.1 hanggang 3.20. Solaris, 4.1 hanggang 4.20. Training is 5.1 hanggang 5.20. So, dito sa example na to, yung inter-department communication is not possible. Okay po siya, maganda. Hindi po siya, excuse me. Hindi po siya nakakapag transfer ng data or nakakapag connect with different department, no? Now, ang problema dun sa kaninang example natin, yung different network, yung .1.1, .3.1, .2.1, .5.1, mapapansin nyo sa isang range, yung 1.1 hanggang 1.20, ang nasakop niya ay 20 na devices lang, no? Pero sa isang network ng class C, tandaan po natin, meron tayong 254 na possible hosts per network. Diba? Sa class C, 254 ang pwede niya ma-accommodate. So, ang nangyayari po dyan, isang problema is the loss of bandwidth as broadcasting is done for 254 machines rather than 20 machines. So, sayang po yung 234 no, na slots for broadcasting. At nagkakaroon po tayo ng wastage of IP address. Kapag kinompute po natin, di ba, 234 ang isa, times 5 would be, ilan yun? 1,170 approximately or approximately 1,000 na lang, no? Na IP address, yun nasasayang kasi hindi natin na ma-maximize. Diba? Per department po yun. Pag tinotal natin lahat ng per department, 234 per department, no? Nasa 1,000 plus po yung nasasayang na IP addresses. Dito po yan sa example na yan, ha? You may 1.1, 2.1, 3.1, 4.1, 5.1. Sayang po yung at least 234 kada department. So, meron tayong wastage of IP address. Una, yung loss of bandwidth, no? Dahil sa isang address, 254 dapat yung pinagsesendan niya ng bandwidth, no? Or yung broadcast niya, no? So, pangatlo, there is no security. There is no security when it comes to that scenario. No? Medyo nagkakaroon ng problema. So, ano po yung pwede natin gawin? So, bago po tayo mag-subnetting, kailangan po natin tandaan itong bagay na to. So, the power table, no? So, kailangan po nyo nang either screenshot or tandaan. Pero, ayan. Mas maganda kung classy naman yung natin, yung ating examples. So, from 2 raised to 1 hanggang 2 raised to 8 lang or 2 raised to 7 lang po tayo most likely. Kung class C, no, yung ating tawag dito, address na gagamitin. So, the values in subnet mask, no? So, for first bit, meron tayong 1 to 8. Tingnan niyo po maigi. For 110 is 192. Yung 111 is 224. Fourth bit is 1111. The value is 240. 248, 252, 254, 255. Ayan. Okay? Now, let's try the subnetting. Okay? So, i-end ko lang tong ayan. So, share lang ako ng screen. Mag-try na po tayo mag-compute for subnetting, no? So, ito. Pakita ko lang yung problem or yung example. So, again, meron po tayong 3 ways, no, to get or to do subnetting. One is the requirement of network, the requirement of host, at Cisco/notation. For example, meron tayo, dito na lang tayo tumingin sa ating ayan. So for example, meron tayo, ayan. So for example, meron tayong class C. Class C, no? Na IP address. So for example, we have 192.168.1.0. Yan. Tapos, ang given, for example, would be requirement of network. For example, the requirement of network is 5. Okay? Yan yung given. Kailangan nyo lang pong tandaan kung ano yung given. No? Requirement of network, ibig sabihin, ang una po nating hahanapin would be the number of subnets. Subnet po muna yung hahanapin natin, no? So, paano po ba yung formula ng number of subnet? Ano naman po ito? Lahat po ito ay pare-parehas lang ng formula. So, the number of subnet is equals to 2 raised to n minus 2 greater than equal to the requirement of subnet or yung eto, kung ilan yung kailangan natin. Di ba? So, equals to 2 raised to n minus 2 greater than equal to 5. No? Kasi nga, 5 yung kailangan nating network. So, ano po yung 2 raised to n, no, na pwede nating computein para, no, magamit po natin, no, or may minus 2 natin ay mas malaki pa rin or equal sa 5. So, try po natin si 2 raised to 3. So, 2 raised to 3 is 2 times 2 times 2. No? So, 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8. So, 2 raised to 3 minus 2 is equals to 8 minus 2. So, ang sagot niya is equals to 6 subnets. So, 6 is greater than 5. So, pwede yan. Okay yan. Now, let's compute for the number of hosts. No? The number of hosts, formula is 2 raised to h minus 2. Now, bago pala yan, since this is class C, di ba, ang binary equivalent po ng ating class C would be 1, 1, 0, tapos x3 dot, di ba? Dot. Tapos last octet, i-read natin for the host. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? So, meron tayong First octet, second octet, third octet, and fourth octet. So, kung nalaman po natin ito, yung value ng n for number of subnets, kukunin po natin yung sa host portion, 1, 2, 3. Okay? So, value niyan is 2 raised to 7, 2 raised to 6, and 2 raised to 5. So, the value of 2 raised to 7 is ano ba value ni 2 raised to 7? It's 1 to 7, ay 1 to 8 pala, sorry, 1 to 8, 64, and then 32. Okay? Ngayon, si 2 raised to h, ito po, number of hosts na tayo, si h, kukunin natin yung remaining bits. No? Since this is 3, ginawa natin yung 3 sa host, ilan na lang yung natitira? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ito po tayo sa upper right ha, yung mga may bilog na x. So 2 raised to 5 na ngayon. No? So equals to 2 raised to 5 minus 2. Bakit po minus 2? It's for the network ID and the broadcast ID. Okay? So 2 raised to 5 is 32 minus 2 is 30 hosts per subnet. Okay? Subnet. Okay? 30 hosts per subnet po ang available. Ngayon, identified na po natin. So, ulitin ko lang, no? Same lang naman. So, we have ayan. So, requirement of network is 5. So, we have 192.168.1.0. Okay? Number of subnet is, kanina, sagot natin is 6 subnets. Kasi 2 raised to 3. Diba? 2 raised to 3 minus 2 is equals to 8 minus 2. No? So, number of hosts is equals to 2 raised to 5 minus 2 is equals to 32 minus 2 is 30 hosts per subnet. Ngayon, kukunin po natin yung tinatawag nating yung tinatawag natin na customize subnet mask. Iko-customize po natin si subnet mask. Babalik ko lang po yung yung binary tawag dito. Babalik ko lang po yung ating binary example. Sa pag subnet mask again, sa network portion lahat po ay naka 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 dot 1 1 1 1 1 dot 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 dot ito na po yung host portion, di ba? Sa subnet mask, since kanina sabi natin 2 raised to 3 yung subnet, so maglalagay tayo ng tatlong 1 1 2 3. And then meron tayong 2 raised to 5 for the host portion. So the rest is 1 2 3 4 5. Okay? So kunin natin yung value nito. We have 128. Meron tayong 64 and then 32. Pag inad po natin lahat yan, the value is, this is 255, 255, 255, this is 224. So yung tinatawag po natin customized subnet mask is equals to 255.255.255 192.168.224. Yan na po yung customized subnet mask po natin. Ngayon, kukunin po natin yung tinatawag na range, no, nung ating range of networks. So meron tayo ditong, for example, network ID and then the broadcast ID. Yan. So kukunin po natin yan. So magsa-start po tayo sa IP address natin na 192.168.1.0. So lagay po natin 192.168.1.0. Yung broadcast ID po natin. So take note po paano natin ma-determine yung next network ID doon sa lahat ng naka-1 doon sa host portion. Yung mga naka-red, nakikita niyo po yung mga naka-red na 1 dyan. Tatlo yan, di ba? So, the first one is 128, the second one is 64, and the third one is 32. Yung pinakahuling part, which is 32, yun yung kukunin nating range. No? So, meron po tayong 192.168.1.32. Okay? So, yung unang range natin, no, is from 192.168.1.0 hanggang 192.168.1.31. Yan yung unang range. So, pangalawa, the 32. So, plus 32 natin, yung next natin IP address is 192.168.1.64. Okay? So, yung kanina, tuloy po muna natin, no? 192.168.1.96. So, we have 192.168.1.128. And then we also have 192.168.1.160. And then we have 192.168.1.192. Okay? So, syempre, yung range nito, it's 192.168.1.63 kasi 64 na yung next. We have 192.168.1.95. Diba? We also have 192.168.1.127. Okay, meron din tayong 192.168.1.159. So 160, 192.168.1.191. And then dito is 192.168.1.223. So kulang pa. Meron pang last which is 192.168.1.224 hanggang 192.168.1. Ulitin ko po So yung last range would be ito, lakayan natin. We have 192.168.1.224 hanggang 192.168.1.255. So, paki-take note po, yung unang IP range, okay, the first IP range, which is 192.168.1.0, at ito pong dulo, yung 192.168.1.224, makikita nyo naman po ang hint natin kapag meron tayong .0 at .255. These are not the valid IP subnet. Ang valid IP subnet or valid subnets po natin will be yung pagitan po nung una at huling range, which is ito po. So kung bibilahin po natin yan, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 po na network is equals to, ayan, highlight ko lang 6 po yan, di ba? Is equals to 6 subnets na meron tayo kanina. Okay? So yan po yung how we get the requirement of network sa subnet. Okay po? So, Next po tayo. Another example, siguro. Isa pa example for the requirement of networks. Isa pa example. Okay, another one. Requirement of network pa din po tayo. Requirement of network, no? Ang kailangan ko pong network ay I need to have 40 networks. Okay, 40 networks, no? So ang IP address na pwedeng gamitin natin is 192.168.1.0. So dahil ito ay class C, no? Since this is class C, it is network.network.network.host. So para madali po tayo, no? Yung binary notation, bibigyan ko na lang po kayo ng, or gawin nyo na lang is, ito, i-read natin si network.network.network. Tapos yung host dot 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sabi nga natin, si host lang po yung madalas na nababago. No? So yan, gawin po natin yan. So number of subnet, okay? Number of subnet. Dahil nga networks yung pinag-uusapan, requirement of network, no? Ang kukunin natin una is the number of subnet. So the number of subnet formula is equals to 2 raised to n minus 2, which is greater than equal to the requirement of subnet, which is 14. Yeah. So 14 networks yung kailangan natin. So what is the number 2 raised to n that we can subtract to 2 para makuha natin yung value ng 14? So try natin yung 2 raised to 3 is 8 kasi yun eh. 8 minus 2 is 6, di ba? So try natin 2 raised to 4 equals to 2 raised to 4 minus 2 is equals to 2 raised to 4 is 2 times 2, 4 times 2, 8 times 2, 16. So we have 16 minus 2 greater than equal to 14. So ano po yung sagot? We have 16 minus 2 is 14. Therefore, we have equal to 14 subnets, no? Or subnet. So we have 14 subnet. So makikita niyo pa lang dito pa lang we have 2 raised to 4. Okay? So dahil 2 raised to 4 yan, yung 4, bibilang kayo ng x dun sa host portion. 1, 2, 3, 4. Itong apat na to. No? Ito po yung subnet natin. Okay? Ngayon, kunin na po natin si number of hosts per network. So number of hosts is 2 raised to h minus 2. Si h ngayon, yung natitira na walang box ng kulay red. Ilan po yun? Bibilang tayo. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. No? Apat po. No? So we can say 2 raised to 4 minus 2 is also 16 minus 2, which is equals to 14 hosts per subnet. Okay, 14 hosts per subnet po tayo meron. Ngayon, kukunin po natin yung tinatawag nating customized subnet mask. Customized subnet mask. So dahil alam po natin, again, no, based dun sa ating pinag-aralan kanina, sa discussion natin, lahat ng network portion ay naka-1. So, automatic, ito po ay 255.255.255. By default po pala, si Class C, again, if you would recall kanina, by default, ang subnet mask ni Class C by default is 255.255.255.0. Dahil kinostomize po natin si subnet mask, yung host portion natin, kumuha tayo ng ilang bits para maging network. So therefore, no, lahat nung dito naka 1, no, yung may mga nakakulay red dyan. So we have 1 1 1 1 0 0 0 0. So kapag kinonvert po natin, we have 128, we have 64, 32, tsaka 16. Yan. So, yun yung value or equivalent value niya into decimal, no? So, pag pinag-add po natin lahat yan, so the value would be 240. Okay? So, we have 255.255.255.240. Ito po yung customized subnet mask na po natin. Ngayon, paano natin ulit makukuha yung natawag nating range of networks? Dito na lang tayo. Range of networks. So, meron tayong network ID. Ayan. Network ID. And then we have the broadcast, no? So, dahil 14 subnets to, so 14 po na ranges, no? Plus 2, 16 ranges po ito. Okay? So, ngayon, network ID starts at 192.168.1.0. Okay? So, sabi natin, ito, sa customized subnet mask, kukunin po natin yung pinakadulong value ng binary or ng bit na naka-1. Ito. So, this is equivalent to 16. Di ba? This is 128, 64, 32. Ayun po yung 16. So, ang magiging next network ID niya is 192.168.1.16. Okay? So, plus 16 lang tayo ng plus 16. Okay? The next one is 192.168.1.32. Okay? So, dito, unang range is 192.168.1.15. Dito naman, 192.168.1.31. Okay? So, dito naman is, dahil ang next niya is 48, so we have 192.168.1.47. Okay? So, ginagawa ko po, dahil mahaba na po siya, ilalagay lang po tayo ng line na nakaslant. Okay? Nakaslant po yun. So, next natin would be 192.168.224. Or pwede kayo mag-start sa pinakadulo. Since ang pinakadulo naman is 192.168.1.255. So, kung makapansin niyo po ito, tip isa pa. So, 15 to. Ito, 0. So, 0 hanggang dito is 15. So, pwede po tayong mag-minus ng 15 sa 255. Ang magiging sagot po niya is 240. No? So, we have 192.168.1.240 dito. So, yung 240, either pwedeng magbawas ka pa ng 16, di ba? Okay? So, pag nagbawas ka ng 16, it's 224. Okay? So, pwede mo na rin makuha yung range niyan, 192.168.1.239. Okay? So, ayan. First range and then the last range is not a valid IP. So from 16 hanggang 239, this would be our valid IP range. Okay? So, ganyan po magkuha no, ng ating subnet if we have the requirement of network. Okay? So, ganyan lang po. No? Ngayon, paano naman po kung halimbawa ang given would be ganito. Nakasulat sa problem, requirement of host naman should be bawa 5 hosts. So, halimbawa, IP address is 192.168. Same na lang din, .1.0. So, dito, this is class C, which is network.network.network.host. So, kung i-binary po natin yan, no? Shortcut na lang, network.network.network. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yan. So ngayon, ang kaibahan lang po ng requirement of host sa requirement of network is that mauuna po, no? Si tawag dito. Mauuna po si requirement of or number of host. So we have number of host ang una natin kukunin. Okay? So magkakabaliktad lang po 'yan. So ano po yung Ano po yung formula? Same lang din po, no? 2 raised to h minus 2, which is also greater than or equal to same lang din. 2 raised to h minus 2 is greater than equal to the requirement naman of host. No? Kabaliktad lang, host naman. Ngayon, ang requirement ng host natin is 5. No? So, pwede dito, 2 raised to 3. 2 raised to 3 minus 2 is greater than equal to 5. So, it's 8 minus 2 is equals to 6. 6 host naman ngayon per subnet. Okay? Ngayon, take note. Kapag host po ang hinahanap natin, okay, kapag host ang hinahanap natin, kanina, kapag subnet, binibilang po natin yung naka-raise, di ba? Di ba, pag subnet, binibilang natin ilan yung bits na naka-raise, kukunin natin sa unang nasa kaliwa, no? Pero ngayon, this time, kukunin natin yung naka-raise for the host, bibilang tayo from right to left, no? Ilang x or ilang host bits ang kukunin natin. So, since this is 3 bits, 1, 2, 3. Okay? Yan na po yung host bits natin. Okay? Yung may x dyan. So, therefore, kapag kinuha natin yung number of subnet, no, it's 2 raised to n minus 2. Okay? Wala na pong greater than equal din dito. Ngayon, kukunin na lang po natin yung number of subnet. Ilan yung n na natira? Starting from left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5. So, 2 raised to 5 minus 2, it's, ano nga ba yung 2 raised to 5 minus 2? Teka, tingnan ko nga. So, we have 32, no? 32. 32 minus 2 is 30 subnets. Dami. 30 subnets. Ngayon, so yan po yung pagkuha natin ng host tsaka subnet, no? Linisin ko lang ha, para may space tayo mamaya pagkuha natin ng so again, 2 raised to 3 minus 2 is 6 hosts per subnet. Tapos meron tayong 2 raised to 5 minus 2 is 30 subnet. Ayan, meron tayong 30 subnet. Ngayon, we will get the customized subnet mask. Pagkuha, 255, dahil class C, 255.255.255. Dot, kunin natin to. 128. One to 8, 64, 32, 16, tsaka 8. No? So, 8 plus 16 plus 32 plus 64 plus 1 to 8. So, the value is 248. Okay? So, the customized subnet mask is 255.255.255.248. Okay? The last subnet is 8. The last bit of this one, yung naka-block na, or yung sa network, subnet is 8. So, ang magiging IP range niya, so we have network ID. We also have the broadcast ID. So, start tayo sa 192.168.1.0. Okay, since 8 po to, okay, so next natin is 192.168.1.8. Okay. Tapos next is 192.168.1.16. Okay, so yung unang range is 192.168.1.7, 192.168.1.15. Tapos ito po ay so dahil 8, 16, 24, so 192.168.1.23. Yan. So, slash na po tayo. Kunin ko muna yung pinaka-last part. We have 192.168.1.255 minus 7 equals to 192.168.1.248. Okay? Tapos, minus 8 tayo. So, 192.168.1.240 hanggang 192.168.1.247. So, yan po yung IP range natin for the requirement of host, 5 host. No? And then, 30 subnets po yan. So, automatic, hindi ko na po bubuuin. So, 30 subnet po kasi yan. Kaya ngayon, highlight lang po natin yung mga invalid IP. And then, this would be the valid IP. So, maganda sana, if you're given an problem sa exam, if you're going to have the exam of subnetting, kunin natin to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no? 5 range. Pakita nyo rin po yung invalid na IPs or valid subnets and then yung invalid subnets. Okay? So, isa pang example for the requirement of host, no? O mamaya na. Pag-usapan na muna natin si Cisco slash notation. So, the last one would be the Cisco slash notation. So, halimbawa, ano po ba yung Cisco slash notation? Sa Cisco slash notation kasi, hindi na po natin kailangan, no, ng ma-determine or walang requirement of host, walang requirement of network. Meron lang po sa Cisco slash notation would be, bibigyan po kayo ng IP address. For example, 192.168.1.0 network slash 29. Okay? So, sir, ano po yung slash 29? So, this is the network bits, no? By default, again, di ba, meron po tayong first octet ng IP address, no? So, we have, etong first octet is 8 bits, di ba? Second octet is 8 bits. Tama, di ba? The third octet is 8 bits. Okay? So, kapag in-add po natin lahat yan, that would be 24 bits for the network. Dahil magsa-subnetwork po tayo, no, may mga instances na makikita po kayo na ganito, 192.168.0.1.0/29. So, by default, kung wala po tayong subnet, ang default network bit po natin is /24. Okay, /24. So ngayon, paano po natin kukunin yung meron tayong IP address na 192.168.1.0/29? We will compute for the extra network bits. So extra network bits, kunin po natin yung slash notation, get 29 minus yung default 24. Okay, lagi niya i-minus sa 24 kapag tawag dito, naka-default value tayo. So the extra network bits would be 5. Okay? So yung n value po natin ngayon will be equal to the answer. So n value natin would be 5 in this example. So kaparehas lang po siya ni requirement of subnet. Kukunin lang natin si number of subnet muna. Subnet. So pag nakuha po natin, ang formula is 2 raised to n minus 2. Wala na po siyang greater than or equal, di ba? So 2 raised to 5, dahil n value natin is 5. Ayan po yan, nandyan. Okay? Minus 2 is equals to 32 minus 2 is 30 subnets. And then, after that, same lang din po na gagawin natin, we get the number of hosts. So, 2 raised to h minus 2. So, dahil 5 po ito, 8 bits po ang meron sa host, ang natitira na lang would be 3. Di ba? So, 2 raised to 3 minus 2 is 8 minus 2 is equals to 6 hosts per network. So, yung example ko kanina, same lang din po siya ng IP range and then yung customized subnet mask, same lang din po siya. Okay? So, yun din naman po yun eh. Ganun din naman po yung procedure niya. We get the range of networks, no? And we get the valid subnets. So, ngayon, meron po akong example, no? Ng problem. So, problem 1, for example, ito. Sagutan natin yung problem. Ang problem or ang kailangan is you are tasked to identify the number of subnets, number of hosts per subnet, and valid IP ranges of the ABC Corporation who will lease the 27, 28, and 29th floor of J Building. No? So, tatlong floor ng building, dalawang off-site offices, at kailangan i-connect natin siya sa head office. So, meron po tayong, ayan sabi, the corporation will handle 5 department per office floor and need to divide the provided IP addresses of, ito yung IP na binigay, 192.168.3.0 network, no? Para magkaroon ng 30 subnets. Okay. So, dahil 30 subnets ang hinihingi, so we will get number of subnets muna. Now, since we classify this one as class C, this is network.network.network.host, wherein the host is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bits for the last octet. So, kunin natin, number of subnet, 2 raised to n minus 2 greater than equal to 30 subnets. So, 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2, 16, times 2 is 32. Tama, di ba? So, I think that is 2 times 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 raised to 4. Or 2 raised to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 raised to 6. So 2 raised to 6 minus 2 is equals to 32 minus 2 is equals to 30 subnets. Okay, 30 subnets. And then, we will get, nakuha na natin yung subnets, we will get the number of network, or host pala, rather. Number of hosts per subnet. So, dahil 2 raised to 6 to, so we'll get, no, subnet is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No? For the left, diba? And then we get the host per subnet is 2 raised to h minus 2 is equals to 2 raised to, ilan yung natira? Dalawa. Minus 2 is 4 minus 2 is 2. Okay, 2 hosts per subnet. So if we're going to get the customized subnet mask, it's 255.255.255. Ilan to? We have 128, 64, 32, no, 16. We have 8 and we have 4. So pag pinag-add po natin si 4 plus 8 plus 16 plus 32 plus 64 plus 128. So ulit natin, we have 4 plus 8 plus 16 plus 32 plus 64 plus 128. It's 252. no? .252. Ayan. So, yan po yung customized subnet mask natin for this problem. Ngayon, we're going to get the valid IP range. Valid IP range for this example, we get the network ID and then the broadcast ID. Okay? Start tayo sa IP address na 192.168.3.0. Okay? Kasi po, ito po yung given natin kanina, 3.0. Ang pinakadulo po, kung makikita nyo po sa pinakataas, no, ang pinakadulo po natin na subnet is 4. Okay, 4. So we have the next one would be 192.168.3.4. Okay, so 192.168.3.8. Okay, so broadcast ID is 192.168.3.3. So 192.168.3.7. So we have 192.168.3.11. So, okay, kunin natin yung pinakalas. We have 192.168.3.255. So we have 192.168.3.252. Okay. So we have taas nito 192.168.3. Minus yung 252 minus 4 is 248. Okay, we have 192.168.3.251. Okay, so we have the valid IP range. Ito po ay invalid. The last one is also invalid. So this one would be our valid IP range. Okay? So ganyan lang din po magkuha ng answer sa problem na to. So ito po ay for the required subnet or network. Now, next problem will be ito. So the problem is, ayan, as network administrator daw for ABC Corporation, the committee asks you to estimate how many subnetworks, host per network, and IP range are needed if they will use a static IP network of 203.177.202.0 network, which will accommodate ito, 90 hosts. Okay? So, dahil ibang IP address, no? Anong class po ito? Again, still this is in class C, which is network, palitan natin ang kulay, yung host, which is 8 bits. Yan, 8 bits po yan. Okay? So ngayon, ang hinahanap naman is 90 hosts. So we have number of host ang kukunin natin. So we have 2 raised to h for the formula of host minus 2 greater than equal to 90. No? So 2 raised to h is I think and I believe this is 2 raised to 8, 2 raised to 7. No? So we have 2 times 2 times 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 2 raised to 7 minus 2 is greater than equal to 90. Okay? So, double check lang natin ha. 2 raised to 7 is 1 to 8. So 2 raised to 7 is 1 to 8 minus 2 is greater than equal to 90. Ayan. So, dahil meron na tayo 90 no or 1 to 8 minus 2 is equals to 126 na hosts per network. Ngayon, define na po yung ating 126 hosts per network. Alamin na po natin kung ilang number of subnet. So, 2 raised to n minus 2. So, dahil meron tayong 7, di ba? Bibilangin po natin dito yung host portion. Again, pag host ang pinag-uusapan, from right to left ang bilang. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, the remaining is 2 raised to 1 minus 2. So, therefore, meron tayong 2 minus 2 is 0 subnet. Okay, 0 subnet. Check po muna natin si customized subnet mask. Dahil isa lang po yung natira sa kanya, it's 128, no? So, gawin natin 255.255.255.128. Yan na po yung customized subnet mask. Isa lang naman po yung naka-on na bit. Okay? Ngayon, if we're going to have the valid IP range, okay, so we have network ID and then broadcast ID. Start po tayo sa 203.177.202.0. Tama, di ba? 202.0. So, ang kanyang host per network, no? Dahil isa lang po ang naka-on sa kanya. Ito, itong 128. So, ang next nating range is 203.177.202.128. Okay? Pag in-add po natin 128 plus 128, 256 na po yan. So, sobra na po. Kaya ngayon, the broadcast ID would be 203.177.202.0. Sorry, hindi pala 0. It's that 127, and then the last one is 203.177.202.255. So, kung makapansin nyo po, both will be the first and the last. Kaya po wala siyang subnet. No? So, wala pong nasa pagitan nilang dalawa. So, nangyari. So, anyway, ayan. So, yun po yun. No? Hindi ko na ma-flip. So, yun po yun. Wala po siyang subnet. Therefore, yun po yung final answer natin. Okay? Then the last one, ayan, last na tayo. Ayaw na mag-flip eh. The last one, or the last problem would be, eto, saan na yun? Saan yung last problem ko? The last problem is we need to get the subnet of 192.168.11.0/25. Okay? So, again, pag ganito yung nakita natin, so this is class C. So, we have network, dot network, dot network, dot 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ayan. So, we have extra network bits would be the slash, no? 25 minus 24, we have 1. So, n is equals to 1. Ngayon, ang gagawin po natin dyan, dahil n is equals to 1, we will get number of subnet, which is 2 raised to n minus 1, minus 2. So, 2 raised to 1 minus 2 is equals to 0. Subnet. Tama, di ba? So, we have 0 subnet. Okay? And then, number of hosts is 2 raised to h minus 2. So, dahil 1 po ito, no, number of subnet, ito lang po yon. Yung remaining po niya, no, na ibublo po natin, will be the value of h. So, it's 2 raised to 7 minus 2 is equals to 128. 128 host, 126 rather, minus 2 pa pala natin. So, 126 host per network. Again, kunin po natin yung customized subnet mask. So, isa lang po yung ating value. So, we have 255.255.255. Ang equivalent po niyan is 128. Okay? And then, valid IP range. Network ID. And then, broadcast ID. So, start tayo naman kay 192.168.11.0. Okay, next natin, dahil isa lang po yung naka-carry up sa kanya, which is 128. So, therefore, ang next nating network range is 192.168.11.128. So, dito is 192.168.11.127. And then, dahil next po natin, kung i-add po natin yung 128 is 256 na. So, dito na po is 192.168.11.255. Okay, so, same lang po ng example natin kanina. This one and this one are not valid IP address. Why? Because we only have 0 subnet. So, wala po tayong subnetwork dito. Okay, we cannot subnet this one. Kasi part pa rin po siya. Okay, pwede pa rin po siyang walang subnet. Okay? But we can have 126 hosts or devices per network. No? Base dun sa hati natin. Okay? So, yan. That's it for our discussion. So, hopefully, kahit pa paano, no? So, I understand, medyo nakakalito po yung ating topic. But I hope you've learned something from this subnetting computation. And in order for you to learn the subnetting, dapat alam niyo po yung IP addressing. Okay? So, yun po. Ito po ang mga topics lang po natin for our discussion. So, thank you very much.